Thanks for joining my talk. This is clearly a XM Cloud conference. I'm probably the only one talking about Commerce Cloud. But I have been doing commerce implementation for more than 10 years. And I want to tell you why I landed to this presentation. So whenever we go and talk to a client, there is eventually one question comes up. What are the out-of-the-box feature in the commerce platform? Okay, so, and that's where things get a little complicated and difficult when we propose OrderCloud. Okay, because there are clearly some basic functionality that are not there from the out of the box. For example, wish list. Wish list is not there in the OrderCloud. And if you have seen many e-commerce platform, wish list is very common. So I was looking for an answer because every sales call, we have to actually explain why certain features are not there. So that's why I explored something and landed in this talk. So I'll start with a metaphor. Do you need a car or you need a superior engine? But the answer to that is really depends. If you have a family of 4 kids go to soccer, maybe you are looking for a minivan. But if you drive a sports car, you are looking for a superior engine and you want to customize your car. And that is very true for the B2B commerce application because there are a lot of customization happens in the B2B commerce application. And if you have out-of-the-box features, that works for certain client, but when you start customizing, you feel like, this is not flexible enough and we cannot customize. So that's where OrderCloud comes, and that's where I found that they are saying that our platform is not really geared towards feature. It is more of flexibility. So I give you flexibility. It's up to you how you want to build the feature. So if you look at their documentation, e-commerce platform that is card provides feature like email processing. But if you know, email processing is really not a e-commerce functionality. So what the way OrderCloud approach it is that email processing, there are other third-party software like SendGrid or Send, they do better. So what OrderCloud does is actually make it easy to integrate to the third-party email processing platform. So I picked up one particular feature, not a feature, but it's a concept in OrderCloud, and try to explore that concept in OrderCloud. So they take a minimalistic approach to build certain kind of feature. So on the left side, e-commerce platform as a car, this comes with a lot of out-of-the-box feature. So you will see that they have wish list, they have favorites, they have saved order, quote, cross-sell, and features like that. These are inbuilt in the e-commerce platform. Okay, and when we build this feature, oftentimes, especially in the B2B commerce implementation, we had to actually customize these features, and it becomes difficult. But the way OrderCloud approach is it looks at it as a product collection. If you look at all the things on the left side, these are really product collection, a collection of products, okay? And what they provide in OrderCloud platform is a product collection API, which is a data model on which you can build any kind of feature like wish list, purchase list, or favorites, or saved order, okay? So it's a minimalistic approach. You take it and you build it in your way. So I'll just quickly show you how the product collection works using like, their API, Postman, using Postman. So let me switch to Postman. So they have a product collection API. So first thing you need to do is basically get a buyer token. And once I get the token, then in OrderCloud, products are assigned to buyers, so I can see all the products that are assigned to my username. And then right now, I don't have any product collection created, so I can create a product collection which I can say, like, it's a product collection which represent wish list. So it's collection of product that I want to keep it in my list. So if I create that, it created the product collection, and in my product collection I can see the wish list. So I have now a wish list created in OrderCloud. So now in this wish list, I can add a product. So if I want to add a product, then I have a product which has, this is my product collection ID, wishlist 1, and I have a product with this ID. And if I add that, so the product is added. And if I go to my product collection, get products in my product collection, so replace this with my product collection. And now you can see that this is my product collection, and I have an item in my product collection. So now you can see that I can create different kind of collection using product collection. So it can represent any of those things that I have shown in my list, like wish list or saved order. Those collection works a little differently, but at the end, they are product collection. So I can create different product collection for my different feature. Now it's up to me how I want to customize my feature. So that's just a quick demo of how product collection works. But there are more to it because although these are product collection and they work differently, but they need some additional, like, functionality. So there are still some problem with the product collection, which I brought up with the OrderCloud team, because although the product collection is here, it doesn't really work the way we want it to be. So for example, you cannot, like, share the wish list, between buyers. So those are kind of feature they really need to add. And this is the list of things that they are working on. So like in the product collection, there is no extended property in the item level. So without that, you cannot create really a feature like save list, where you have to have, like, quantities in the item level. You cannot share the product collection, which is extremely important for this kind of feature. So these are some of these features they are working on, but there is no timeline. But this gives the idea, how OrderCloud approaches the architecture. So if you are using OrderCloud, you should expect that the features will not be there, but you can take the platform and create the features like this. So I have written some blogs around it because looks like I have enough time. So I have written some blogs around this. You can take a look. One other thing that we face when we go to a customer and talk about it is like, a lot of this administration for the e-commerce application that are not part of the OrderCloud. So, but recently in the last symposium and after that, they are working on the project Affinity, which is kind of building the administration portal for the OrderCloud, and it is actually coming up with a lot of integration, which are not really, which are important because feature is not the only thing, okay, the customer look for. So integration is really important from them. For example, like any e-commerce application needs integration with tax, and basically OrderCloud team is working on some of those integration. And then there is like, Sitecore Connect. So I'm an MVP and I'm part of the community. I think Sitecore community is great. We are doing great work here to help each other. You can, I'm active in Slack and also available in Twitter. So if you want to connect with me, that's it. Thank you. Sorry, sir. No, none of those features are there in the OrderCloud. Okay, but yeah, I mean it's open enough, flexible enough for you to actually build it. Yeah.
You mentioned about this product collection and the shareable feature, and you talked to OrderCloud also about it, right?
Yeah.
So did you receive any kind of date or anything like if they are working on it, if there's something?
Yeah, they are very prompt to answer me that these are the list of features. These are the list of things they are they have in a roadmap, but they would not promise any date. Okay, so we don't know, but I think as a community we need to reach out to them. And yeah.
We are using this product collection for favorites in our project, and that's what we were missing. And it's good that you brought up this point because we are planning to create our own kind of sharing logic or something. But if they are working on it, that's good.
Definitely, yeah. Thanks.
What type of clients, customers choose OrderCloud over like a normal car in your company?
Good question. So our experience is that B2B customers, B2B, B2X, B2C not so much because B2C they don't need to customize so much, but B2B, most of our clients, B2B clients, we had to customize a lot of things. So they look for this kind of platform.
Did you create your own buyer or seller application, or do you use Headstart?
Good question. So Headstart didn't work so well for us because it's Angular, and now Headstart is they came up with Next.js. But we looked into more on the React side, so using that. So yeah, but we took Headstart as a cue to understand how things work. Yeah.
Are you using SDK, .NET SDK, or you
.NET SDK, so we have used .NET because you had to actually create the middleware, right? So we created the middleware in the using .NET, but front end is all React and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.